everybody. Welcome to the first episode of The Formula, hosted by yours truly, Angry OG. This show was to promote healing between our good brothers and sisters, black and brown skin. So tonight, we have a couple special guests that's going to come in, offer their thoughts and opinions and views on all topics regarding to black relationships. So before we get started, I'm gonna give our family a few minutes to sit down and get their comments together. This show is brought to you tonight by Low Exclusive Bakery and her big sister, uh, Kayla, with Maywa Cosmetics. Also, it's also sponsored by Mastermind Credit. We have a nice commercial to drop. Can you drop that commercial for us, Shannon, please?
Welcome to the Mastermind Credit Game Facebook group for forward-thinking people seeking financial freedom. I'm Ahmed Fareed, CEO and founder of the Mastermind Credit Game, a step-by-step game plan on how to build $1 million credit profile and access millions of dollars in personal and business credit cards and loans, even if you have bad personal credit. I'll be revealing financial wisdom I've learned for over 6 years of doing credit repair, credit building, and using that good to excellent credit to leverage business credit. And it's a whole lot easier than you think. If you take a moment to learn and utilize the info provided in this group, I promise you it will change your life. And that's no exaggeration. Here at MCG, we specialize in credit repair, credit building, business credit, and getting real money. MCG has been helping members take control of their financial future with total confidence in all money and investment decisions. Our members are on track to live a wealthy lifestyle right now and not 20 years down the line. The ideas and financial strategies revealed by MCG are only for people who are willing to look at credit in a different way other than what we've all been taught. And it will only benefit people who are willing to acknowledge that there are shortcuts to building massive wealth, because everybody has a dream house or a dream car. But the question is, can you afford it? You see, MCG allows you to live a more full and enjoyable life, to preserve, protect, and grow your wealth for your family right now and for future generations to come. And more cash will enable you to enjoy life while leaving behind a significant inheritance for your kids and grandchildren. Best of all, it works for anyone at any level, even if you have excellent credit. So to get the most out of this group and get your hands on our latest training and resources right away, follow these 3 quick steps below. Step 1, download the Credit Building Secrets, how to boost your credit score 100 plus points in 30 days. Use the link in the description below. Step 2, schedule a free consultation and we will go over your credit report with you, a $75 value. Use the link in the description below. Step 3, add myself, Ahmed Fareed, Ray Wall, and Shannon Reynolds as friends on Facebook. And here's why. Every week, Shannon, Ray, or myself will host a special live stream training sharing credit building secrets, credit repair, business credit, and more. You most likely won't see our valuable content in the group unless we're Facebook friends or you're already friends with us on Facebook. So to stay in the loop, simply request us on Facebook and you won't miss a beat. Again, welcome to the Mastermind Credit Game group for forward-thinking people seeking financial freedom.
All right, now tonight I have a few young ladies that have agreed to come on and give their thoughts and opinions and their point of views on certain topics. But before we bring them in, I want to lay the groundwork, the ground rules for these young women and me. First of all, we're going to provide a safe place for them to openly speak whatever it is what's on their mind. We will tolerate no disrespect. Disrespect will get you muted and booted and blocked. So those are simple rules to abide by, and I don't think we should have a problem with said rules. So before I bring the young women in, I want to go in the comment section and just acknowledge whoever dropped the comment from the show before the show start because it's only an hour, and I think I'm gonna need that whole hour to get what I have to get said. So if any of our family is here, they drop the comments in the comment section. If they post it, I'll read them. If not, we can bring our guests in. What's up, Tim? Hey, Sonia Carroll, how you doing? Christine Reynolds, what's up? What's up, Christine? Okay, with the tagging, Krista, with the sharing. Everybody, I need y'all to share. If you hear my voice, I need you to share. What's up, Luke? You're looking out on the alley-oop, Luke. Mimi Santana, what's up? Lucille, what's up, Ludi? Bianca, what's up, BB? What's going on? Lillian cannot use the phone. What's up, Lil? Carol Renee Brown, how you doing, Miss Carol? Good evening. What's up? What's up, Niche? Sean Stand Tall, what's up? What's up, beloved? Born Mr. Cheese, what's happening, man? Thanks for looking out on the shares. So, Big Shan, Lisa Carter, what's up, Lisa? Jamal, what's up? What's up, Marley? And without further ado, Shannon, you could bring our guests in right now, and we can get this train moving. What's up, Keita? We got the lovely Marquita Horton Jackson. What's up, Keita?
Hey, babe, how are you?
I'm all right. What's up, Hobby? What's up with you, Keita? What's going on tonight?
Nothing at all. Just sitting here chilling.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. I had to twist your arm to do it, but I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you did. And you better thank your niece for that.
Mm-hmm. And we got Pretty High. What's up, Pretty High? How you doing?
Doing good.
Hey, Pretty High. How are you?
You know the first question I'm gonna ask you, right?
Absolutely.
Pretty High. Yeah. Look, yeah, she pretty high right now. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm blessed. I'm cooling.
I'm looking forward to hear your thoughts and opinions. Oh, and we got Latoya Dotson stepped in. What's up, Toya?
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good.
How are you?
Marquita
Hi,
and Pretty High
Hi.
on here.
Hello.
So
how you guys
it
doing?
look like I got my hands
Bless.
full, but I think I can handle all three of y'all at the same time. So,
Maybe. You might. Maybe.
You guys,
Maybe.
So how y'all doing? Y'all ready?
yep.
Yeah, come on with it.
Are we gonna get this started with a true or false? So, ladies, true or false? Women operate in their masculine energy because they're out here competing and surviving. What say you, Marquita?
I would say probably back 13, 14 years ago, I would probably be like, that's true, because that was me. But right now, no, false.
Okay. What about you, Pretty High?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Women operate in their masculine energy because they're out here competing and surviving.
Oh, definitely false for me.
What about you, Toy?
I would say it was false as well.
Okay. So what would be true to you?
I feel like women are operating that way simply because a lot of the men they're in contact with are not up to standards. For me personally, I would prefer to be submissive, but a lot of times I attract men that don't know how to lead. And they always say, you can't find a man to do it, you gotta get a woman. There are times where I feel like I have to step up and be that bigger person.
Okay, Keita, Shannon got a question for you. He basically wants you to explain what's the difference between now and 13 years ago you.
The difference between the two, 13 years ago, I was the dude out in the streets, treating the guys like they used to treat the women.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in today's time, I have a whole full-blown man, and he does what he's supposed to do, keeping me happy, and I don't have to do it anymore.
And my take on that, man, I think you got a whole good man.
Listen, he's the best he's the best on the planet. Mm.
What's your take on it, Toya? What's your take on it?
I totally agree with Pretty High. I I myself, well, I meet dominant males, but um I don't know. I like a man to lead as well. Like I don't want to be like I don't want to be the leader. I want to be a woman. I want to be like soft. But it's hard because you meet men and as she said, they don't lead. They don't take take the role. So you step up where they lack it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it look like it's bad out here for y'all women when it comes to us men.
I would
won't say
say.
It
it's
is. Yes, it
Y'all
is.
really think
It
that?
is. But again,
Yeah.
I'm not in that, but it is.
And
I
and
have
and, and
friends.
the crazy part about it is men feel the same way. We as men feel the same way that y'all do.
Now
And
that's a lie. I
but
mean,
listen,
well, I'm sorry.
you
I,
can't
I
you can't Peter, you
apologize.
can't. Yeah,
I
it's men.
apologize. But
Men
that
feel the
ain't
same
that
way.
that's not true in my eyes.
Nobody said it was true. We just said what they feel. So we
Mm.
not operating. We gonna operate on. You have your thoughts, and they have their thoughts. And the thing is, we're trying to figure out what can we do to make these thoughts cohesive.
Come and stop lying. Tell the truth
And
and
that's
just
for
be
both. That's
you.
on both parties, though.
Listen, I and I agree. It is. It is
Mhm.
on both. But men do it a lot more than women do.
You think so?
I know so.
I think women lie like a Persian rug, Keita.
No, that's
I
not
think
true.
so. I think y'all the best that ever done it when it come to lying.
How you figure that?
I just figured that. That's why y'all never get caught cheating.
The cheating, we don't cheat. If we listen, if you ever catch a woman cheating, that's because she wanted you to know it
I
because she
said that's
tired
why
of your
y'all never
shit.
get caught. That's why y'all. I said
Tired
that's
of
why
your
y'all
shit.
never get caught cheating.
But we don't cheat. Women don't cheat.
So
All
what?
women don't cheat,
So
just like all men don't
I got
cheat.
a question for Latoya. What can be what could be done to like close that chasm between men and women?
Um, I really don't know. I feel like everybody gotta be real. Like, you gotta really like everybody when you first meet somebody, everybody is they sending a representative. They not who they really are. And like you really don't know who you falling for out here. Like a person can meet you and everything they tell you be a whole lie. Like shit, even down to their name sometimes. It's just is so if we all start telling the truth and keeping it real, then I feel like it'll be better. And then it's a lot of trust issues. Is if you going into it, oh, I don't trust man or I don't trust a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like it's never gonna work. You never gonna get nowhere with that person. Like people go into it like that. They don't even give you a chance to mess up. They don't give you a chance to really get to know you. They just going in it already like, oh, I don't trust bitches. I don't trust niggas. They ain't shit. Like when you go into something like that and you don't have an open mind, then how can we really like, come together?
Yeah. So I want to get to pretty high. I want to hear your take on this as far as what could be done to close the gap.
honestly, I'm very much big on communication. I want you to be able to talk to me, no judgment, be able to talk to you, no judgment. If there's an issue, I need you to lay it on the table. Like I said before, like I can't read minds, and I don't know what's going on if you don't tell me. So I feel like first and foremost, communication is very much at the top of the list. We need to learn to communicate. We need to learn to not want to hurt at the right time because I feel like a lot of people tend to hold back.
Do you have the I'm sorry, Priya. Do you have the show open in another tab? Do you have another tab open? Because I'm getting some feedback from somebody.
No, I don't.
Okay. I'm sorry I cut you off, and now you probably don't remember what you were saying. I'm good for that.
What was I saying?
I'm good for that. But This is what I want to do. I want to get some of the guys' questions up on the screen because they got questions and we need answers. So Melly, my only request is you can ask the ladies to try and speak not from a personal feeling or experience, because so for all three, literally they said not me already with just the first question. Well, Melly, to answer that question, you only can speak from your personal experience. Like we can't ask them to speak from nobody else's perspective. They only can provide their perspective, and that's just how it is. It's to ask them to offer an opinion from somebody else's point of view. I think that would be erroneous. So, do we have any other men here that have? Maybe you could pose that question a different way, Melody, and we can get to it. We have any other men that have questions that need to be answered that could pop up on the screen because I don't see them. I can't see them in the section not unless they pop up on the screen. And if not, my take on it is basically and it's from both parties. Got to be able to sit down and talk and listen. And listen, not to respond, just listen to take in and understand what the other person is saying and try to understand what they're saying and put yourself in their shoes, and you'll have a better understanding of what's being said and how you move going forward. That's the simplest thing you can do is listen to understand, and I think that would make it a whole lot better. So Big Exclusive said he feel like women know exactly what men want and need, but don't do it. My question is why? Anybody care to try to answer that?
I will. In some instances, yes, we do know that. But if your man is not doing right and you feel it within, you're not going to go and why give you all if you're not getting it back or getting it from the beginning to even try to do.
So if you're not going to give your all, why even be bothered?
Women give their all. I give my all from the rip. And this ain't my first rodeo here, okay?
Yeah, because we in the same age group, so
exactly.
I ain't gonna put you out there like that.
Baby, it's okay because guess what? I look good for my age. I ain't ashamed at all. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. That's okay. It's all right. I don't have to use no
coming on
hand
here without your
control.
hair done because you don't come out in these streets without your hair done.
But no, you put your all in when you go into a relationship. Okay, that's what you're going in to try to make this the best that it could be, to try to make it to see if both people, because I mean, you go in and you be in a relationship for a whole long time and don't. And guess what? You done gave all your all, and we do know, just like y'all know, if it ain't
Poppy
right.
Question back up on the screen. Shannon, put Poppy's back up there. I want to ask Latoya, what can we do for our women to understand we see you as our teammates and not the enemy?
I don't know. Like, what can y'all do? I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that. I don't feel like I've dated anybody who thought I was the enemy. In my personal experience, I don't really know how anybody else feels, but like I don't really feel like I dated anybody that, like I said, thought I was the enemy.
What about you, Pretty High?
I would say just I'm gonna go back to communication. A lot of men say one thing, but they show you something else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm gonna go on actions versus the words. I feel like actions hold more weight. And if you're not showing me that we're teammates, then I'm not going to understand it.
Yeah, so I think that's your phone because you're the one moving.
That has to be shown. I feel like there aren't words I could really. There's no words you can say. It's more of an action based.
An action type thing.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think women do X, Y, Z, or ABC? Meaning you're asking them, do other women, not themselves, or doing the question you're asking? Because no disrespect, or are they going to deflect and play innocent and put everything on men? Again, Melly, they only can speak to their experience. Like you trying to force them into a corner and get them to just say anything, and that's not what it's going to be. Like they can only speak from their experience.
Mm.
And Pop saying he's saying that women think the man is the enemy.
That's not true.
Not at all.
That's not true.
That is. From my point of view, that is the case. There's a lot of women out here that compete with men. Like, first of all, a lot of women don't have a baseline of respect for men. And you see how these women talk to these men in the street. They in their face talking to them like they could actually kick their ass. That's because they fundamentally don't have a baseline of respect for men.
Well, men are not men anymore. They don't act like they don't act like men. Like you, I'm gonna treat you how you act. You know, some women need to be treated like women because they act like women. Some women you got, excuse my language, but you got bitches and you got women. If you act like a bitch, you're gonna get treated like a bitch. If you act like a woman, you're gonna get treated like a woman. I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been a bitch before and I've been mature now.
At the end of the day, women just need to lean into their masculinity a little bit more than they do. What's up, Jay Swinton? And I think it's just like we have women out here who claim that they are feminine, but they will only be feminine for the right man. And this is how silly that sounds. That's like me saying I'm only going to be masculine for the right women that come around. So I'm gonna walk around feminine until I find the person that bring my masculinity out. That don't sound right. And there's a lot of women out here with that ideology.
And so that's what you're saying. You ran into women
No,
of that,
you see it on a regular basis,
and just in their demeanor of
yeah. It's the same. It's the same as I'm a strong black woman. I don't need no man type shit.
Well, let me say something on that, because wasn't never that I didn't need a man, because I don't need a man. Like, that's what my mind. I didn't need a man to do anything for me. You know, I was raised by a woman. Okay, she raised 5 girls. I've never, everything that we got, and we all got it the same. My mom did not half step on any of us. All I ever saw was my mom. My mom got into the relationship with my son's father. He didn't step up. I mean, we were together till my son was 7, but he fucking cheated during the time. And a couple of times I did go off. But then sometimes it was like, okay, come on, get your mental back together, because he verbally abused me during a whole relationship. Almost, and not had me where as though I was afraid, because I wasn't afraid. He started trying to hit me one time and we fought, and it wasn't good for him. Later in life, I'm gonna say probably 3 years ago, 3 years ago, he finally admitted to me that he was wrong all along. And he knew that he fucked up. And he apologized to me. It was 3 years ago.
He grew and he grew and he realized.
And that's what I'm saying. And I said to him, let me apologize to you. Because I was raised, if you didn't go and we're having a conversation, we're talking, just like I can listen to you and I hear everything you saying. Oh, Dad, you know what? I saw this right here, or I saw that. I'm going to do what I got to do because you're my man. But you don't listen to me. You don't reciprocate. Like, I don't get that back. So I told him it took a lot of growing for me. And I said, and I have to thank Jamal, which is my husband, because when we got started into the relationship, it was ladies, let me tell you, it was the best thing ever. Listen, once I cut out everybody and just started having sex with him, child, that cock wasn't smelling stink no more. Because y'all women know what I'm talking about. When you're messing around with a man, whether you put on a condom or not, it still makes you, because all them juices is,
that pH
but it was a
balance
good
be
thing.
off. That
It
pH
was
be
a good,
off.
yes, it does. And it don't make it be like fresh down there. I had that, and that was the greatest thing ever. Because I was able to come home, and we wasn't even staying together like that, even though when we met the second day we met, he never went home, but he went home because his daughter came every other weekend. I still had the issue of not allowing him to be the man. Because Marquita Danielle was listen, I did everything. He said, I want X-Y. Oh, you ain't gotta worry about it. I got it taken care of. He came in, I paid the bill. You ain't gotta worry about that. This is my house. You know what I mean? I did not allow for him to be a man. I'm still a learning progress, but guess what? We are super cool.
That comes with growth and understanding.
It does. And
that's what we need
communication
more of.
and trust.
We need more of like situations like you and Maul got
It's right.
in our community because
you've been around this.
Because family is the backbone of our community. That's why we are so broken and frayed as a people because our family dynamic is not family anymore. We got to get back to that. Like once we get back to that, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's the truth.
So Luke got a question for you. He said, what did Jamal do differently than other men that allowed you to follow his lead?
He didn't lie.
That's simple.
That's simple.
That's all it took.
That's simple. He did not lie. He did not lie. To this day, I haven't caught him when he go to buy something that he's not supposed to buy, and it's like, well, where did this come from? Now, right, that right there. But that's just okay. But he didn't lie.
Pop said, facts. I truly admire my cousin's marriage.
Listen, you know it ain't easy. It's not easy. It's not
Jay
easy.
Swin said, it sounds like the women and men in this relationship in question are all coming from a space of trauma and hurt versus healing and growth. It's impossible to have a relationship based on trauma. So
that's not true.
My take on trauma and healing is you're never really fully healed from any kind of trauma you went through. You develop coping skills and coping mechanisms to help you cope with past trauma.
Before allowing that guard to fall down a little bit.
You can't allow that trauma to take precedence going forward in your life, and you take it as baggage into your next relationship because it's going to destroy it before you even get a chance to get any footing
stopping your happiness.
And have a healthy relationship. You have to learn to deal. You have to deal with the trauma, get the trauma dealt with, and learn how to cope with it because you're never fully healed from trauma.
That's the truth.
Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And if you carry it forward, it's just a recipe for your next situation to blow up in your face. And we just have to learn how to deal with, because we all been through trauma before. As Black folks, we was born into trauma. We just got to learn how to cope better with it or whatever. And once we are able to cope with it better going forward, we'll be all right. And the beginning of anything healing is just listening. Like I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna listen to you guys' story and listen to understand what you're saying. And I don't want to have no pushback on it because it's not going to allow me to take in what you guys said and fully understand where it's coming from. And that's big for me because I never want to hear nothing nobody got to say. And I've learned that about myself. Like I always say, I'm almost never wrong, which is wrong. So I don't have all the answers. I don't know all, I don't pretend to have all the answers. I'm just trying to get, some knowledge and wisdom and understanding from the opposite sex because we so far apart and we were made to be together. We were put on this earth to be together and we so far apart that it's fucking sad. And that's why our community is in shambles the way it is because we don't have family no more. And just our relationships with each other is so adversarial, like it's crazy. Like women don't respect us, we don't respect the women. And you got to have a baseline of respect for anybody if you want to have to deal with them. And that's my take on. So we're gonna wrap that one up right there. So this is for the fellas. A true or false for my guys out there. As men, we Miss Dawson felt that never wrong comment. What did you see in that, Pop? Jamal and black folk need to get over the stigma of seeking therapy. We can heal ourselves. We basically can hear ourselves. What's up, Dominique?
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. This is for my guys. Oh, okay. I got to read some more comments. Exactly, OJ Tareka. There's always room for growth, and everyone's situation is different. You be the judge to figure out how you move forward in your time. It's your life.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
exactly what you're in control of. Your life.
Yep.
Accountability is key. Also, niche. Lisa Carter, you got to trust someone to allow them to lead,
Mm-hmm.
which is very hard in this day and time. Being able to trust somebody, because us as black men, we have failed our women. And I'm not embarrassed to say it, and I'm not like on no masculine type shit, and it's the bro code or whatever. But a lot of times we have failed our women, and that's part and parcel of why we are here today. That's part and parcel as our situation with each other, and we got to respect each other and learn from each other and just listen. So this is for my guys out here. As men, we operate basically as men on reality. Only facts matter to us. So is it, fuck their opinion, we only operate on reality? Because women, they base their stuff off emotion. Do we ignore their emotion and only deal with the shit because we deal in reality? And
y'all men be on emotions too. Don't say that shit.
No, we're not wired emotionally like y'all though. We don't speak emotionally like that. Our stuff is based on, our arguments generally be based on logic. Is it men out there that are emotional? Of course. We're not speaking in absolutes, but I don't think we're going to take the exception to the rule and use it as the argument against the argument. We're not going to take the minority and argue it against the general consensus. So let me ask you this, Keita. So do you think men operate in logic? Do we speak in logical terms when we deal with y'all?
Y'all may listen in logical terms. Sometimes y'all have a hard time. I'm not going to say a hard time. Let me take that back. With saying things, y'all beat around the bush to where as though most women we just come out and just say it. Y'all beat around the bush when it comes to say stuff. That's why I said emotionally. Y'all keep y'all feelings. Y'all feelings. Listen, y'all feelings is shattered.
Guess what? We was raised. But guess who got us like that though? We was raised to be that way. Shut up. You better not cry. I'm gonna give you a reason to cry. If you fall, get up. You better not cry. You can't show no emotions as a little boy, and you grow up that way, and that manifests into you. And then when you don't know how to deal with that shit when you're older, we was raised that way.
And so the hell was I.
What's your take on that?
So the hell was I. So the hell was I. I couldn't cry for nothing. Why you think I think I'm tough? That's why.
Yeah,
I'm not beat us.
See, you half man. You've been a half man. So we're not talking to you right now. But as boys, that's the way we was raised. Like you can't show no emotion, and you don't know how to deal with your emotions because you never was taught to deal with them. You always was taught to suppress them. Like if you fall and you bust your knee, you better not cry. Or if you cry, you better not cry. I'm gonna give you a reason to cry.
Generally speaking, we are both emotional.
Yeah, when we speak with logic, like we having a disagreement, an argument, or whatever. So we'll speak logically and factually, and y'all speak emotionally. And that make the argument. That turned the argument way up because I'm sitting here like, yo, why the fuck you can't understand what I'm saying? And
but logic for it to make sense to you. That's where communication still comes.
Hey, let's break it down. 1 and 1 always equal 2.
Break it down.
Yeah, Dominic, men need women, women need men. Simple. God created man first and then women. Women was created from a man's rib to be a part of that man, not separate from him. Hence my saying 5 minutes ago that we was not put here to be alone. We was put here for each other,
Exactly.
and that's my belief. That's my thought. My belief.
So Boo, you think that you're
You
supposed
just told everybody my name. God dang it.
No, because I'm sorry. Wait.
Oh, nobody knew that name? Oh, nobody knew. Shannon, I know you lying. You know that name, Shannon. Stop lying, Shannon.
He knows. Shannon know my name.
Stop lying, Shannon.
No, because you
Now,
said something that like it really stuck
Go ahead.
out.
Let me hear what you got. Give me what you got.
I've heard people say that, oh, I think I'm just meant to be by myself. I don't think I'm meant to be with nobody.
That's a
So
crock of shit.
I have friends that still say it to
That's
this
a crock
day.
of shit. I've said
Yeah,
that.
yeah, me too.
And it's basically it's a crock of shit though.
And I'm talking about in my age bracket, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I
I've
know
said
someone.
that, and it's a crock of shit.
I believe
Oh, you said that, right?
On several occasions.
Yeah,
I believe you.
Yeah.
I have one girlfriend that I say, I haven't said it to her yet because it would kill her.
Not everybody gonna clown me.
But I told her, you go into a relationship looking for a relationship, like this is it, and this no, you can't do that. And that's why she always gets feelings hurt.
Y'all gonna get me barbecued. Now they baking me a cake. They baking me a cake in the comments.
Let me try this.
All right,
Please,
Melly,
let's answer something for Melly, because he don't like anything.
Melly said, let me try this, ladies. What do you think a woman should bring early on in the dating phase when the man is doing the court and picking you up and paying you for dinner, taking you out, etc.? What do you feel women should do or bring? We're going to start with Pretty High because she ain't get a chance to talk in a long time. Let's get Pretty High done.
Dang. Honestly, like, I'm big on the 50-50 stuff. I don't necessarily feel like in the beginning the man should be taking care of everything. I feel like it should be a little more equal. And that's just to basically show each other where we are mentally. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? I want to, we should be pouring into each other. I feel like in the beginning. That's just for me. I can't speak for everybody. So I feel like the woman might, should possibly pay for a date, or, if you know the man's interest, plan something that involves something.
I'm clutching my pearls. I don't even have nothing on.
How?
I'm clutching my pearls.
Why?
Because it's not so many people with those same exact sentiments that you just gave us. You dropped something. Can you pick it up? That was a gem. Look, I dropped my drink. You gonna be a winner in the comment section with that, Pretty High, because that is few and far between with women.
I don't.
So Shannon exclusive, Big Shannon wants Latoya's answer for some strange reason.
I mean, in the beginning stages of dating, in my opinion, I'm the vibe. I'm gonna give you what you give me. Like, you buy me something, I'm gonna buy you something. You take me out, I'm gonna take you out. That's what it is. Like, it's gonna be a good time. But if you ain't doing very much for me and you're not really putting that, because people don't date anymore. Like, courting is the thing of the past, if you ask me. Like, I don't want to don't pull up. Oh, I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna come holler at you. Whatever. No, like, have something planned out, or I plan and we go. You could take the check. I could take the check. It don't matter. Like, in the beginning, I agree with what she said, Pretty High. Yeah, we could go back and forth with it. It's nothing.
So Shannon said he don't believe it. Where's the cat to stop the cat button?
Whatever. What?
But you just said something. You just said something that made me segue into something that was on my mind when you was like something about the vibe or whatever.
Right.
And what was I going to say about that? Okay, if a man has to spend money whenever he spends time with you, you are not a vibe. you a subscription.
Hold on, what happened? Say it again. Run it back.
If a man has to spend money with you spend money on you every time he see you, you are not a vibe. You're a subscription.
Ah. Well.
What's
I
up,
don't
Tay
know.
Boogie? Courting is not dead. I'm itching. Melly said courting is not dead. I'm itching like hell to join to whatever. Melly, you got to write that again. I might got to be high to be able to understand that. But Melly got his ride in the water and he's fishing. Melly is looking for love right now, ladies. Melly just put his shit in the water and he hoping to catch something.
Mm.
Please let me hit the cat button. Yeah, come on, man.
Funny.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
So listen, I got a question for ladies. If y'all, I want to know if y'all know this, whether or not y'all know this. The power of a woman is in her masculinity. I mean, in her femininity. You can get a man to do anything you want if you lean into your masculinity and don't compete with him. Do you guys know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you can, you can hear. Do I got to read it again?
Mm-mm.
Should I say it again?
Was I supposed to answer too?
It's for all of y'all.
Oh.
I asked, did y'all know that? How do you feel about that?
I don't have a problem with it.
I
Pretty
will.
high.
I don't.
I further with men when I fall back and, be a woman. My situations do get a lot further, so I can kind of say yes. I knew that to an extent.
What say you, Miss Dotson?
I'm always gonna be a woman. I'm gonna always let you do you, and be the man if you a man. But if you ain't a man, then
What is a man? What is a man? What is a man?
I mean, a man is someone who is a protector, a provider, a leader. That's my idea of a man.
Okay. So,
I don't want to be with somebody like, like I don't want to. How can I like sit back and be like feminine and soft and let you lead if I don't even feel protected by you? Like I don't feel safe with you. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't feel
okay,
like
I can understand that. And I got another question for you women. I guess there's a lot of women out here who, when they state their preference for a man, they say they want a man. They start off with they want a man that's 6 feet tall, or whatever, this, that, and the third. So can you guys answer what does height equate to, and why is it so sought after?
It doesn't equate to nothing. That's I don't know where that comes from. I never heard it.
Me neither.
You hear it often, right?
I
What
do.
about pretty high?
I am 5'3". I like tall men because I like to be tossed around a little bit.
So he got it. So what's tall? How tall is tall to you? What's tall to you, pretty high?
6'4" up is tall.
Do you know how many men are actually that tall?
No.
Probably not a whole lot.
Only 15% of men are 6 feet or taller. So basically, what you do is you out of 10 men, you just take 8 of them and throw them to the wayside, and only really 2 of them qualify for you. And that's without all other standards they have to meet.
Man, you want to be with?
I never said I only like tall men.
Okay.
I love tall men. But those aren't the only ones that I entertain. I have a child.
So let me ask you a question. You don't think a short guy can toss you around?
He can. He can. Okay. But it's just something about a taller person. I don't know.
What do we equate to, Toya? Because you look like you itching the answer.
I mean, because I never find anyone tall, and I'm tall. I'm 5'9". So I have like probably in my lifetime, I probably found like one or two guys that like I call it basketball height. Other than that, everybody be like my height or a little bit shorter, and I don't mind because I mean I
Everybody the
don't know.
same
I know,
size laying down.
huh?
Everybody the same size laying down.
You know the story.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I just was curious about that because that's a lot of people that when they state their preference, they state a preference for taller men. And I was wondering like what do it equate to? Like and you say you people say they feel safe with a taller man, but I've seen the little people beat up tall people. Mike Tyson not even 6 feet, but he'll fuck somebody up.
Now, no, it is a now. I don't like I said. I don't really get into height, but like I had someone that was he was five. He said he was 5'2" or 5'1". I
Damn,
thought that was just a little extreme. I'm 5'9". Like, come on, like I couldn't take him serious. Like,
that was a little person.
yeah, that was like, come. I was like, come on. He was like, I could climb a tree. I could. He was talking big though, but no, I wasn't. No, that was just too short. I'm not. I mean, bad as I'm not into height. Like it is. Like, come on. Like I can't go out with him.
Look, before I want to get this in before we get out of here. Um, this is for the fellas, and this is should make the women, the ladies feel good, whatever. Fellas, imagine if your lady was your heartbeat, and the things you did to her determined whether or not you lived.
Wow.
I like that.
That's deep.
Right.
I wouldn't even be here today talking to y'all. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
Why is that? Because you got bitches?
I don't have no more, Cheetah.
Oh,
That was my alter ego speaking. He was talking shit like he was living in the past.
I'm done.
oh God.
But I actually, I'm not gonna say I went on a journey. One day I just sat there and just went through a lot of in my mind through a lot of stuff that I've been through, and I was like, I got to be different. I got to be different. And I start understanding like my shortcomings, my flaws, whatever, and that I was basically the reason for a lot of my shit not working. So what can I do going forward to not keep repeating those same mistakes with women and ending up at the same point? And it was always me. Like I don't think I met anybody as stubborn as me out here ever. I don't think I ever met anybody as stubborn as me. You can't tell me shit. Like if I feel something is this way, I don't care what you say. You could probably damn near before like put facts in front of me, and I would ignore that shit because that's not factual to me. So I learned to own, and I had my temper. It was like real short, and I learned how to deal with that, and just think and put myself in somebody else's shoes in certain situations and see how they would feel about shit that I was doing, and if they was to do that shit to me. Biggest Snooze, if you just talking shit now, he tell me he never met anyone as stubborn as me. but like I had a shitty attitude, and my disposition was fucked up, and you couldn't tell me shit. I ain't want to hear shit from nobody. It was basically my way or the highway, and that's why I've been living on the land, you know. He told me I keep saying was. Now I worked on myself, man. I worked on myself. I know my faults. Like I had big faults though. I had like major faults. Like they wasn't like no small shit. And you know how hard it is to look in the mirror and be like, dang, like it's us you. And it was me. Like 9 times out of 10, it was me. I'm not gonna take accountability for all the shit. About 90% of that shit, it was me. Fuck you, Melly. No, bro, I ain't going. Look, if I cry, the mask gonna hold the tears in, bro.
He just gonna blame it as sweat. Go ahead, let it come down. Come on.
I'm cracking up.
No, but I really made a conscious decision to try to change some stuff, or else my life was just gonna keep going the way that it was going, and I'm not. I ain't getting no younger and shit. Like I'm on the
So
other
with
side
your
of.
newfound changes, how's it going for you?
Well, I'm still living on the land, and but it's okay though.
Oh, that's good.
It's okay. It's working though, you know. Now I
So
just gotta,
with you doing your change, changing your ways, changing your lifestyle, how much of it will you relate to your male counterparts by telling them how good it is? It's better this way. What would you say?
well, a lot of my friends, they pieces of shit with corn in it. So they gotta have that self-reflection first before I could even come to them with the shit that I'm saying. Cause they gonna look at me like, nigga, is you crazy? Like, what happened to you? Like who knocked you over the top of your fucking head and got you talking like this? They won't believe that it's like this shit's coming from me. Like, and the crazy part about it is like I really give out like people really call me and ask for my advice on shit, and that shit be blowing my mind. Like on a regular basis, people call me and ask me for advice, and it blows my fucking mind because I look at myself as a fuck up. So why would you want advice from me? look look at Shannon. He don't think. It really I'd be like, dang, like wow, like he really want to hear what I got to say. He want to hear my take, and actually he's asking for it and respecting it and needing it, wanting it. And
sometimes the people to give the best advice, they just are not good at applying.
They don't take their own advice.
Right.
They don't take their own advice.
They're not good at applying.
So y'all calling me a crash dummy? Did y'all just
No.
call me a crash dummy?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody has to start somewhere. It gets better with time.
I think it was
with the whisper say, just get better with time. It's gonna get better.
It was time. It was time for some self-reflection. It wasn't easy because, like I said, I'm almost never wrong. So
That must
be able to just look
that
back
must
on
be
stuff.
that must be that Virgo in you right there. That Virgo died. That's that Virgo. I know that Virgo talk. I know. That's that Virgo.
No, Don, but for like Don, I'm always gonna be honest about whatever it is. Like, and I'm gonna let that shit out. I'm gonna speak my mind, and I don't care what room I'm in. I don't care who's in the room. It might not come. It might, and it's going to come off a kind of rough around the edges, kind of abrasive. But that's the only way I know how to be. Luke Lamar, you know what, OG? I respect you for bettering yourself. The wise man knows he knows nothing at all. Yeah. No, I ain't gonna cry in the car. I ain't gonna cry at all. I ain't gonna cry. I done been through too much to sit here and cry. Just telling a story, telling my story. And my story is way deeper than what I'm talking about. Like we can go on. If I was to tell my story, we probably would be here till about 12 o'clock. And all three of y'all would cry. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. If I was to sit here and tell my story, y'all would cry. Y'all be offering up hugs and stuff. But that's another story for another time. Pretty High, you look like you itching to say something.
No, I'm listening.
So it was nice. It was nice having you guys here. No, but serious, OG, it's good to see the side of you because we don't see it often. Because I'm in the company of three beautiful women, and we just sitting here just trying to get an understanding between men and women. And the only way you can get an understanding is you got to ask questions, you got to listen. And I'm listening to what y'all saying, and I appreciate y'all for coming on. Hopefully this to be the catalyst for more women to come on and don't feel threatened or like they're going to come under attack on here. And you could speak your mind and state your point of view, and I'm a listen, or I'll just respectfully disagree. I ain't gonna shout you down and say you crazy for whatever it is that your thought process is, because that's not how you do it.
Melly, no, that's
Melly,
not
that is not the truth.
Well,
Thank you,
that's what it is.
thank you,
That's what
Latoya.
it's about tonight, Melly.
That's
what it's about
truth.
tonight. It's about listening. It's about listening.
It's about listening, but
it's about listening. We not shouting nobody down. Ain't nobody hurt tonight. And we're gonna let them speak, and we're gonna listen to what they say, and we're gonna move forward with what we're trying to get going. We're not gonna be argumentative, and that's just that. Okay, Christine, I appreciate it. So, like I said, I need more women to come on, because everybody have different life experiences and different points of views.
Things.
And
Yes.
we need to get as many points of views across as we can to be able to understand where y'all coming from. And then it'll be a time when, y'all gonna have to sit back and y'all gonna have to listen to what the fuck we saying and give us the same floor that we give y'all tonight to speak openly. Like, so I come from a place of where what ladies go first. So tonight was the very first show. So the ladies gonna go first, and whoever don't like it, then scratch your ass and get glad. That's what my mom used to tell me. And I don't mean to offend nobody, but that's just what it is. And I'm not going to get pushed in the corner and get somebody to take my show in a direction that is not meant to go tonight. And that's just that. Like, we coming on next week. The fellas got something to say. Exactly. And that's just how it go. What's up, Tip? OG, talk that talk. We had that one night, changed my whole perspective. It made me look at things so much more positive, and I would never forget that. You were set to have that conversation for a reason. Like I had the conversation with Tiff, and she was down bad that night. I didn't even know. The call was about something else, and we just started talking, and I was speaking, and then at the end of the conversation, she was like, "Wow," like, and I thought, I don't want to put her out there because she didn't say personally what's going on, but she had some shit going on that weighed heavy on her that night. And at the week I finished talking, she felt a whole lot better. Dominique OG, I better bring this energy to my show when you come on as a guest. Well, I don't know how to behave all the time, Dominique. I'm not going to say that I reached the point where I got 100% control of my behavior, but again, I want to thank you guys for coming on, and we're going to get out of here because the rabbit hole is coming on at 9 o'clock, and the software won't allow for us to have both shows running at the same time. But again, I thank you, Marquita, Pretty High, and Latoya, for coming in and joining us and giving us, the conversation that we needed to have. And I thank you guys once again. And this is Angry OG. I see y'all. We out of here. Thanks.
Thank you.